During my blood donation, the nurse looked at the bag and stammered, "I need to call the CDC immediately. I donate blood every 8 weeks like clockwork. It's something my dad started doing after his best friend needed 17 units during a motorcycle accident, and I've kept up the tradition since college. I know the routine by heart. Sign in, answer the health questionnaire, get your finger pricked, lie back, squeeze the stress ball, wait 10 minutes, get your juice and cookies, leave. Except this time, something went wrong. The nurse who started my donation was named Patricia. She'd done this maybe 10,000 times based on the efficiency of her movements. Needle in, tape secured, stress ball positioned. She smiled and told me to relax and walked away to check on other donors. I was halfway through scrolling social media when Patricia came back to check my bag. Standard procedure. She glanced down at it, and her entire face changed. The color drained from her cheeks. Her hand flew up to her mouth. "What's wrong?" I asked. She didn't answer. She just stared at the bag hanging from my arm, and I watched her eyes go wide with something that looked like horror. "Patricia, don't move!" Her voice came out strangled. "Just stay completely still." She backed away from my chair slowly, like I was a bomb that might detonate. Then she turned and practically sprinted to the supervisor's desk. I looked down at my arm. The blood flowing through the tube looked normal to me. Dark red, exactly like every other donation I'd ever given. But Patricia was now gesturing frantically at the supervisor, and they both kept glancing back at me with expressions I couldn't read. The supervisor walked over. She was older, probably in her 60s, with the kind of calm demeanor that comes from decades of medical experience. But when she looked at my blood bag, that calm cracked. "How long has it been like this?" she asked Patricia. "Since I checked 5 minutes ago. I thought my eyes were playing tricks, but it's getting worse." "What's getting worse?" I asked. "What's wrong with my blood?" The supervisor ignored my question. She pulled out her phone and stepped away, speaking in a low voice I couldn't hear. When she came back, her face was serious. "We need you to stay calm," she said. "We're going to stop the donation now." Patricia removed the needle with shaking hands. She sealed the bag carefully, like it contained something radioactive. "Can someone please tell me what's happening?" The supervisor pulled up a chair. "Your blood is the wrong color." I laughed. "What do you mean wrong color? Blood is red. Not yours." She paused. "Yours is changing. It started red, but now it's turning silver." My stomach dropped. "That's not possible." "I know." She showed me the bag. I stared at it for a long moment, my brain refusing to process what I was seeing. My blood was silver. Not gray, not pale red, actual metallic silver, like liquid mercury flowing through a plastic bag. "I don't understand." "Neither do we." The supervisor stood up. "I need to call the CDC immediately. This isn't something we can handle here." "The CDC? Why?" "Because this has never happened before. Ever. In the entire history of blood donation." My hands started shaking. "Is something wrong with me? Am I dying?" "You feel normal?" I did a quick internal check. "Yeah, I feel fine. Exactly like I always do after donating." "Then sit tight. Someone from the CDC will be here within the hour." They moved me to a private room. Patricia brought water and crackers, but she wouldn't make eye contact. The supervisor stayed with me, taking my vitals every 10 minutes. Blood pressure normal, heart rate normal, temperature normal. Everything was fine except for the silver blood sitting in a sealed container on the counter. 40 minutes later, 2 people in suits arrived. They didn't introduce themselves, just asked me 100 questions. Had I traveled recently? No. Been exposed to chemicals? No. Eaten anything unusual? No. Been bitten by anything? No. One of them drew more blood from my other arm. This sample came out silver too. But stranger still, it started shifting colors under the light, turning from silver to gold to copper before settling back to silver. They sealed it in a special container and left without explaining anything. I sat in that room for 6 hours while they ran tests. The supervisor finally came back looking exhausted. "You're free to go," she said. "But the CDC wants you to come to their facility tomorrow for more comprehensive testing." "What's wrong with me?" She hesitated. "They don't know yet. Your blood is unlike anything they've documented. The silver coloring, the color shifting, the metallic properties, none of it makes medical sense. But I'm okay. All your vitals are perfect. Whatever this is, it doesn't seem to be hurting you." I drove home in a daze. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that silver blood, wondering what it meant. The next morning, I got a call from an unknown number. "This is Dr. Lim from the CDC. We need you to come in immediately. We've analyzed your blood sample and we found something concerning." "What did you find?" "Your blood contains trace amounts of an element that doesn't exist on Earth." My throat went dry. "What does that mean?" "That's what we're trying to figure out."